think it might have worked. I'm not sure what's going. Like I was saying though, I've had a lot of issues with AFK Arena and the loading, so I'm not sure if it actually swapped over. I tried to do a quick fix, so it looks like there might be a couple people in here. I apologize for that. It dumped everything. Literally, it dumped. Streamlabs dumped. We can see you. Perfect. AFK Arena lagged. Streamlabs dumped it because it wasn't getting a signal. So in turn, YouTube dumped it. So literally, it just went. What's going on, Winnie? It went through the process of just kind of removing everything. I don't know. We've had some issues with the internet here, which I don't know exactly what's going on. But we're going to continue doing our summons, guys. We are on floor 3 at this point. Red chest right there. And again, floor 10 is where you're actually going to summon everything out of here. So you're not going to go floor by floor. You're actually going to get to floor 10. We are going to summon everything in there. Now, I don't know if you guys have had an opportunity to actually do the summons in the Frosty Isle. It seems like most of them are getting it in the first floor. If you look right here, guys, it has been the first floor that we have been getting a lot of the loot, or this very top line, maybe early second line, that we've been seeing a lot of the loot. So I've actually made it a lot of floors in here with very minimal keys, which is pretty interesting to see. We're at floor 9. Hopefully we can get to, there is floor 10. Now floor 10, like I was saying, what's going on, Lozozum? Been having problems with the internet. Yeah, I think maybe with so many people out there, Dale, yeah, it seems like there's been a couple little issues. So treasure floor. This is the floor again. You're going to collect all 3 of your treasures. We're going for the Stargazer cards, of course. I'm going to go for the cores. We're going to go for the baits. Now we're going to pull all 3 out of here. I use the Vulcan technique, the cross, and it works. I've tried it Rambola, so I've actually tried that on a couple different accounts. Didn't seem like it worked. It worked best. You can call me Lolo. What's up, Lolo? All right. So let's see, guys. Now remember, we don't want to skip this floor. This is the floor. We want to pull all of the treasure, or what treasure we can with the keys we have. I have to finish, I think, the dailies out. So we found the treasure. We do not want to proceed to the next island because this is where we are going to pull. There's treasure number 2. All right, so we didn't get enough to fill it out. But again, we want those 38 baits. Guys, if you look at the sheer cost, so 38 baits, when you look again at the sheer cost, it is 8 baits in the store for 320. So if you're talking 32, what's that? 4 times? That's over 1,000 diamonds right there, which is again why so many players have said the bait is just incredibly too expensive. And I completely agree with that, guys. The bait overall, super expensive within this game. Beast Resonance, of course, if you guys caught the free-to-play video, makes a big difference with the amount of bait that you need. Honestly, I'm happy to see the Beast Resonance, but overall, I think it there has to be an easier way, or there has to be a better way to essentially get more bait so we can continue. Again, within the tower, looking at my tower floors, and I'll show you guys in just a second, the tower floors have been incredibly difficult, guys. I have been pushing these floors religiously. I haven't had the opportunity to really make it through many floors in here. Kind of stuck again, missing a couple key heroes, but I'm hoping that we can make a little bit more progression, get, the awakened version of Taylene a little bit higher, get a couple more keys out of here, and just continue with the summons, continue with the build that we have in here. Battle of Blood, that one is kind of whatever at this point. I go in, I do my dailies. The dailies, of course, accumulate. There we go, guys, all 3. The dailies accumulate into the challenges, or the build you essentially have, and then I just leave it. What's going on, Cohen? I leave it after that, guys. There's no real big reason. I know a lot of players love the Battle of Blood. That is also one thing. So I went into the Battle of Blood earlier today, lagging like crazy. Yep, Dark Lucifer, we are back. Welcome back to the chat. It has been absolutely crazy lag. I'm not even going to open the Battle of Blood in here because, again, I have seen it lagging incredibly bad every single time I go in there. It has been lagging like crazy. Beast entrance, I hit the wall, essentially where almost everybody else is at. These last couple stages, I cannot complete. I don't have any challenges. They actually reset tomorrow. So I'm hoping I can make a little bit of progression in here. And I'm actually pretty shocked when it comes to the later levels in there that Lilith hasn't nerfed anything in there, which has been, again, kind of crazy to see that they actually have not nerfed anything in there, because it's hard. It's very, very high RNG, very specific on heroes that you do have, or unfortunately heroes that you don't have. The RNG factor is in there in huge. How do you unlock more slots? So there's a Camille, there's two places. One is, yeah, I don't know why the Crimson Snow is so hard. Looking at our Prosperous Quest, there's two places that you can buy more bags, guys, within the Merchant Adventure. One is the main town. The one is within the main town, and this I actually did today. So looking at our trading, which there's another piece. So Harmony City, you can buy bags, and then I believe the Foundry, which we don't have yet, is the second place. So if you go to Harmony City, the bags are in here to buy. Camille, that is where you can buy the bags. This is, of course, the Taline candy portion, which again, the loot in here, not too super impressive. I mean, the loot overall is pretty good, but the time and effort that this has taken is incredible, is absolutely incredible to go in there. Had to Stargaze for Helos to even make it to 15. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you, Marco. It has been hard. The Crimson Snow, when you start getting to the later levels, even if you've seen, guys, a lot of the higher level or end game players still absolutely struggling with the progression within that game mode. I don't know if they're going to adjust it. I don't know if they're going to change it. But we are going to have to wait and see exactly what they do. Now, Misty Valley, of course, it seems like the Misty Valley is kind of getting almost lost in transition, guys, for the amount of time and effort with all of the other game modes that everyone is kind of putting out there. It's honestly just kind of taken a back seat to everything else. Make sure you do not forget this game mode, guys. This game mode offers, again, an incredible amount of loot, which is the reason we come in here, clear all of the different factions, all of the different game modes. And honestly, even on my free-to-play account, this is not very difficult to go through here and actually finish all of this out. Having Awakened Heroes, having just Ainz, having just Lucretia, there are a lot of different heroes you can utilize in here, and it still works incredibly well. I haven't touched the current events. I play some legal. Oh, so Rambola, the thing is, if you're not doing the daily, so if you're actually not going through the event that is going on right now, you're going to be missing days and days of trading. So I don't know if you're going to get to a point that you're not going to be able to essentially finish with enough of your silver coins. So you might be Rambola, you might be missing out on a little bit of loot in there because you don't have the ability to finish it. Is Halos worth building? Yes. He is. Halos is still used in a ton of different game modes. I would absolutely. I'm not sure if it's going to drop again here. See, it takes a minute. It's almost like it lags, and I don't know if it's going to pick it back up, which I hope again that it does. Now, did it? See, now over here it shows that it's still going. Did it do it? See, now that time, it came back. So it came back. If there's a little bit, not enough of a delay, it doesn't disconnect it, which I don't know what's going on. Thank you, Javid, Marco, Winnie. I don't know if it's something that is going on with AFK Arena that it's giving me this weird kind of feedback lag. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. I might just literally have to close everything out. I don't know what is going on with it. We might have to just change this up a little bit or get this going. I'm not sure if it's lagging. Let me see, because I can actually see it over here. See, it looks like it picked it up again. I don't know, guys. Yep, it's fine. Good. Hopefully we can hold it. So here we need Graveborn. We have to make sure Damon and Chimera. I love that they put the heroes in here that we can actually use within the same faction. So Damon, we need old school Shamira in here. And then I'll drop whoever. What's going on, Devin? Yeah, I don't know if it's kind of like a slow pickup or exactly what's going on with it today. But it's been a few days, I would say, at this point, where it seems sporadically we're just losing connection. So Celestial, Hypogen Dimensional. Let's drop everyone else out. We'll go Celestial. We'll go Hypogen, and we'll throw in, let's say, an Nines. And good to see Javid again. It's actually been a while since I think he's joined us for a stream. Pulled a copy of Halos yesterday of a normal scroll guaranteed. That is awesome, Raphael. Again, anytime that you can get the Celestials and Hypogens, yeah, I know, Dark Lucifer. It's been like I said, I don't know what's going on with it, which is funny enough because I turned on the sound. You know what? I wonder if that has something weird to do with it. I turned on the sound. I've never played this game with sound, and I still really do not play this game with sound. I'm not sure if that is something weird. How am I liking the Illuvium Zero? It is pretty cool, Kooky. But Illuvium Zero, it seems like it's so slow. Literally, you just click a button, click 3 buttons, and that's it. That's really it. You don't really do much outside of there. I like the overall build on how the game has kind of developed, but it's going to be interesting to see exactly how it works. Who do you think is the next Awakened Celestial? So we've kind of went back, Petty. So some players are saying that it is going to be Wukong. Now, one thing is Wukong that I don't like is they just did the skin. So they did the skin for the old school Wukong. There's a lot of other players that are saying Flora, which I think it would be pretty interesting to see if they did Flora. So frontline has to be Warriors. I think Flora, again, would be a interesting choice, to put it that way. To see Flora as Awakened Hero. I kind of went through and looking at the ones that we really don't use. That's been kind of the interesting, which some of them are a little bit newer. This one, the Maulers, we'll look at them for a second. So again, looking here, if it was like Flora, Zafriel still being used, Moriel still being used, Twins, Orthos. I think Orthos might mess up the story, so I think it's going to be one of these two guys. I think it is going to be Flora or it's going to be Wukong, which again, I wouldn't be super mad if it was Wukong. A lot of other games, he is super powerful. This one, unfortunately, he is not. Yeah, Marco, but the Twins I would like to see, but the Twins are so dynamic as it is right now. I don't know where or how they would kind of build them without having this one was Maulers. Half paying attention, more paying attention to chatting with you guys. We'll drop some Maulers in here and we'll get this done. Are there any new AFK Arena tier lists? And Vithiel is very high ranked. Would you recommend going for him? Pele, depending on who you're building, yes. Vithiel, the new Celestial hero, is showing up in a lot of different places. We are seeing him in a lot of different formations. We're seeing him within the Cursed Realm. We're seeing him Twisted Realm. Again, it really depends on who you're building. I'm going right now for Kanisa and Rook. So I actually went for two kind of different heroes in there. So Kanisa and Rook have been kind of my focus, but you would not go wrong at all with building out Vithiel. It seems like he is going to be replacing, in most formations, Estrilda, but also we don't know the impact of Mulan. So that's going to be the other one, which is going to be interesting to see exactly where they go. When is AFK 2, The Journey, coming out? James, they're still talking end of this year, probably middle towards the end of this year. It seems like it's going to be the open beta. So the official technical release, James, of AFK 2 might not be until 2024 because they're going to do a open beta release before they actually officially launch the game, making sure that everything is in there working properly, everything of that nature, which again is going to be pretty cool to see. I definitely want to try it out. I want to play it. I think it would be very cool. Yeah, the Awakened Belinda, there we go, out next week. That would be kind of interesting to see. And again, we don't know if they're actually going to stay with the same cycle. So we don't know if it's going to be a celestial hero. It could be a light bearer hero. It could be whoever. We don't know again if you're going to be, or if we're going to be seeing the exact same, which I think this was Solus and Gorvo. If it's going to be the same cycle. That's kind of the other thing that players do not know is are we going to see the same exact cycle that we did last time? Celestial, Hypogen, and then, you know, the light bearer, the Mauler, the Wilder, and then the Graveborn. We may. Yeah, that's what I thought. I know they did a very short beta test, which was really cool to see. It was really cool to see how they do it. It'll be interesting to see. Is this a really good game? Yeah, Kyle, we're going on 4 years, guys. If you guys are not aware, AFK Arena is going on 4 years, in mobile gaming years and gacha games. That's probably 20 years, just for the simple fact that most mobile games, most games of this nature don't last very long, which a lot of them, we see a lot of remakes, a lot of rebuilds, a lot of different things. This one, absolutely, guys, have been sticking around 4 years, and I honestly do not see it going anywhere anytime soon because they have so much into this game. A newer player coming in will have a little bit of difficulty getting into the game at the beginning because it is a bit overwhelming now. But once you get into the game, guys, honestly, just like what Javid said, probably one of the best free-to-play games that we have ever seen. There's nothing that really hinders a free-to-play player or having access to parts of the game without having that kind of pay-to-win factor. And what I mean by that is, you know, a lot of games, to do certain things within the game, you have to be pay-to-win. You have to put money in the game to do certain things. This game is not. This is absolutely having the ability to do everything you want to in the game. Might take more time, and that's really the offset, guys. If you're putting money in here, it is money versus time. That is really two of the big things. I got Chad to 1 star, made a massive difference. Yes, absolutely, Trisha. I agree with that 100%. It seems like overall V is going to make a big difference again in a lot of different game modes, including the Celestial Tower, because as we know, the Celestial Tower is very difficult to get damage in. That is one of the big things, guys, is Celestial Tower. Look at the loot in here. This is the reason we do the Misty Valley, guys. That is so many pieces of furniture. That is so many heroes. The resource generation from the Misty Valley is incredible. In addition, the end chest we get, again, so much loot in here to be had, guys. Make sure you do not miss this game mode. And they've made it easier. This game mode has actually gotten easier and easier over time, which is very cool to see. I'm going to start building the Giga Chad. I love it, Petty. That is very cool. I love the AFK version of Mulan. Yes, me too. I love how they did Mulan, guys. I love the build. I think she is going to make her way in a lot of different formations with the buffs that she brings, with the crowd control. If they and when they do the dimensional tower, she is going to make a very big difference. 2 away from 9 of 9 furniture for Oden. Absolutely, Oden, guys, needs furniture. I got Taylene 2 stars. Is it best to focus on her? Another Awakened. Black Waffle, another Awakened hero. There is no reason, guys, to build the Awakened heroes past the single 1 star for the engraving. Building them out is super expensive to burn all of the Stargazer cards to build them. If you're not competitive in the Treasure Scramble, if you're not really competitive within the Cursed Realm, and what I mean is trying to be like top 10%, building other heroes are going to be a lot more beneficial than adding a lot more stars on there. Yeah, that's it. This is almost 4 years at this point, Winnie. I keep trying new games. I always quit them to go back to AFK. That's what I do, James. So I went through a bunch of different games. Still, this is one that I love, guys. There will come a point, which there might not come a point, when I don't enjoy playing AFK Arena. Don't know when or if it will ever happen, but it's a game that I'm going to follow. I'm going to cover. I love playing it. It is such a cool, dynamic game. I love the changes they've made. Even a lot of the big changes where players didn't like it. They added more loot. They did the Beast Resonance. They've scaled back things. They've made a lot of adjustments to really make players a lot more happier. Honestly, they have added, even if you've seen, there was a post over on Reddit that calculated 2021 diamonds, 2022 diamonds. We get almost 900,000 diamonds in a course of a year. They went through day by day, every single mapped it out in Excel spreadsheets. It was close to, I think, 800,000 plus diamonds that you get in one single year. And that is just diamonds, guys. That doesn't include anything else. That is literally just the diamond aspect that they were getting out of there. Should I summon Awakened Brutus or wait for another? So the big thing, Rain, in this really goes for anybody. When it comes to the Awakened Heroes, the best way to do this, and I know Javid, a couple other players, really the best way to do this, guys, when you're summoning your Awakened Heroes is, we know technically, let's say to get the Awakened version of Brutus, you're probably looking at roughly 500 cards. So 500 cards to get Awakened Brutus. Save your cards till you have enough to kind of build them. It is a general rule. It is a pretty good rule because essentially, if let's say you spend, 100 cards on Thane, and this is really when I talk about focusing on the accounts. If you get Thane, you get a couple copies of Thane, you get a couple copies of Brutus, you get a couple copies of Solus. Wait till you get a couple cards saved till you can actually build them up to the point they're going to be viable. Or you're going to have like this, you're going to have a copy of Awakened Baden. Even at this level, guys, there's nothing I can do with him. He doesn't perform in any game mode because I don't have him built. I got him for free, which was lucky with the pulls. But I don't want you, if you spread your resources in this game, it's going to be very, very hard to get through because you'll have a bunch of half-built heroes. I missed the last Misty Valley. Yes, and that's it, Devin. That's why we've talked about it. Definitely doing the Misty Valley. It makes a big difference. Halos or Vithio. I would do Halos, absolutely. There's a couple heroes in this game, like Halos, guys, that there's not many other heroes similar to the twins. There are not other heroes that do specifically exactly what this hero does, which is the reason why we build out the twins, which is the reason why we build out Halos. There is not other heroes that do specifically what they do. He's a really strong shielder, but he is also a very, very solid, strong buffer. Similar like a supercharged Mortis is kind of how he's seen. Works incredibly well with informations. Ainz E60 still need to below chapter 40. It will still work. Below 40, guys, Ainz will still work. On the official Discord for AFK Arena, I suggest them to make Joan of Arc and Mulan. Wow, there you go. So one thing, guys, if you're going on Discord, and I'll say this generally as a community, if you're on Discord, if you're on Reddit, there are a lot of very, very toxic people in the world. A lot of things get downvoted. That is some of the reason why some of the content creators quit. Honestly, I take it all with a grain of salt. If somebody's going to be negative, it doesn't affect me. Don't let it affect you. A lot of things get downvoted. Even comments I put on there, which are legit good comments, sometimes they get downvoted. Again, you don't know who you're dealing with when it comes to the internet. Take it with a grain of salt, guys. There's going to be people everywhere in life that are going to try to bring you down, but you can't let them do it. Is it true you don't want to put furniture on Flora? So the big thing, Petty, with Flora, specifically with Flora, Flora was used for the Thorin cheese. As you can see, I built her out quite a bit. Anything that reduces the haste, she can no longer run with Flora. You essentially removed her from the Thorin cheese phase, Petty, because the haste reduction will make Thorin take less damage, which is the way that she's built. Now, I built up Flora because I want her damage within the tower. So the Celestial Sanctum, I had to build out Flora because I want her damage in here in the tower. Also giving survivability to my team. That is the reason why I focused and I built out Flora. I needed her higher for the damage aspect that we have in there. I'm waiting for Guild Wars. Yes, absolutely, Camille. Guild Wars are coming in Esperzac. What's going on? In Zode as well. I have an account, only have 2 copies of Brutus in 3 months. Yes, it just takes time. So the big thing, Dan, is going through the towers. So every 20 floors in all of these towers, short of the regular King's Tower, you get copies of, you get time emblems. It's going to take a long time in there. Honestly, it's going to take a long time to build out the heroes, which is by design. But there are a lot of events, there are a lot of codes, there are a lot of things in there to build out the heroes. Again, it just takes time, guys. Let's go ahead. We'll do some summons. I'm getting caught up in the chat. What do you mean with formations? Isn't it always a formation? I'm not sure what you mean. Hey, Jazz Sack. Got to do some grocery shopping and errands. See you later, Devin. All right, guys, so let's pop these stones. Celestial Hypogens, which we do not get any. Got some more food there. We do have Kayleen. Kayleen, of course, we are continuing to build out. Even looking, I haven't really focused on the Superb Stones. Haven't been pulling those guys. I've just been pulling the regular ones. The Awakened Heroes will come in time with the builds that we got. But I believe that's another star for Kayleen. So she is almost done as well, guys. And we still need more copies of Taylene. For free-to-play heroes, it's really hard. Yeah, that's it. It just comes with time. Do I still recommend building Joan before Arthur? Yes. Yes, Joan, absolutely, guys. Big thing with Joan, Daniel, is she provides crowd control. She provides buffs. She provides heals. Arthur isn't really used anywhere anymore. I really don't see very many places. I don't even use Arthur for anything any longer. He's been kind of replaced with newer heroes. Unfortunate, because I love Arthur, and most of you know that. It seems like there's a point where a lot of players are not even getting Arthur at all, where Joan still has a ton of viability. Joan I actually use within my Temporal Rift teams. Cursed Realm, absolutely. Treasure Scramble, absolutely. Dimensional team with her works super, super well. Sometimes it's always better to stay quiet and ignore the haters. Yeah, that's it. I built out Flora and Wukong. Yes, absolutely, guys. Like Dale was saying, building out Flora, if you're using in the Thorin, doesn't work. Absolutely doesn't work. Who should I build after the Awakened Taylene? After Taylene, guys, I would probably at least, right now, it would be Brutus. Brutus, again, carries a absolute incredible amount of weight in a lot of different game modes, which is the reason why players build him out. He even looking at right now with the Crimson Snow, that is the reason why players build him out. He is kind of broken to a point because of the shielding aspect that he possesses. Brutus is very strong, but so is Solus. Both of them, you're not gonna be wrong doing either one. When to stop using gems for hero pulls. So the general rule of thumb, Checker, is when you get to the point of getting Stargazer cards regularly out of your faction towers, that is where you kind of want to make the switch. So if you Stargaze too early, if you're not a whale, if you're free to play, if you're a whale, guys, just go all out Stargazer, you might as well. But if you're a regular, light spender, if you're free to play, when you start getting Stargazer cards out of the tower, which is roughly around 3 Ascended Heroes of each faction, is really the time to go ahead and get those. I tried to use Discord and got bullied instantly. Yeah, and that's it, G-Ball. It does happen every now and then. That's why I take it really with a grain of salt. Let's see what we can do here in the summons, guys. I'm hoping some Awakened Heroes would be cool to see. Celestial Hypogens would be cool to see. Maybe even an Elite Hero would be pretty cool to see. Now this we got to reset on. So we could actually build Palmer. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of Palmer. What's going on? Added a free-to-play account as a friend. Very cool. I am D2. I will join it. I cleaned up a lot of my accounts. I've been really, really focusing on cleaning up some of the accounts because we know AFK Arena has said there is a lot more active stuff coming, and there is Orin, guys. I have to build him. But there is going to be a lot more guild-related stuff coming, which is going to be very, very cool to see, which is the reason, again, you have to make sure, even if you notice in the B squad, you had to make sure you were in an active guild, guys. And there we go. There is a double. We got Ulard, we got Naru. Both of them just kind of food at this point. I don't think maybe the final pull could it be Awakened. It is just one more elite, which is Kaz. So the Hand of Wood, one card on the table. I'm going to go Lightbearer. Still trying to finish out and build out Palmer, which is a copy of Rosaline. And then here, of course, we have Kayleen, we have Fane, a couple other heroes to still build out here. There's a copy of Viden. And our final one just gives us a little bit more food, but we got some resources out of there. Definitely. What's going on, Norbert? Love from Europe. Thank you. Engraving 60 after your lock. Is it possible to see an awakened dimensional? So the big thing, Petty, with the awakened dimensional hero is if any of the heroes were crossover heroes, they cannot be awakened because of the contracts, because of the crossover events. So it really limits the awakened dimensional heroes to the heroes that the non I forget what they call it, the non-exclusive, or they call it, I think it was like non-exclusive heroes, because the exclusive heroes again are owned by a different company. So they wouldn't be able or be eligible to be awakened unless they signed a new contract on there, which is kind of the big thing. Temple of Time, guys, we have Taylene in here. Again, we need a few more copies of her. Would love to see some diamonds. Would love to see actually any copies of Taylene out of here, which there is one, guys. Boom, one copy closer. I believe we're 2 away. I think it is 2 away at this point, guys, to actually build her out to Ascended. We already have a lot of furniture on there. So again, I'm hoping that we can get lucky with some more copies because we want her to be done. And then we only have Baden left, guys. We even built Aziz for whatever reason. But we would only have Baden away at that point. Were you able to clear the Crimson Sage? No, I was not. I ran out of attempts. I completely ran out of attempts, guys. When it comes to Monday, so when it comes to tomorrow, it resets all of our attempts. Definitely, I need more attempts. I don't have the attempts in there. It was just really, really strong. On a free-to-play account, should I gaze for Alna or Lucretia? And should I use diamonds for Stargazing? So free-to-play, guys, the first one you want to build is Lucretia. The big thing with Lucretia, guys, is Lucretia can carry entire teams by herself. When you get into 2 teams, one team will be whatever you've been running. Team number 2 will be Lucretia by herself. So you'll actually be able to run Lucretia by herself. Here, Kanisa and Rook, guys, we need 2. We need 2 copies of Kanisa and Rook. And that would take us to, I believe, Ascended with the hero. We are very, very close to having this hero built out, guys. We need 2. We need 2. I'd love to see some diamonds in here. I'd love to see a double copy of Kanisa and Rook. And there is a copy, guys. So we need 1. We have what, 4, 5? We have about 5 pulls to hopefully pull this copy, guys. I'm going to even use the singles in here. Again, trying to pull the 1 copy that we need. We have a lot of furniture in there. We're going to do some more furniture summons. 4 pulls with this one. Some loot in there, pull number 2. They're going to make us wait another week. Our final pull, guys, fingers crossed. Let's see if it is going to be Kanisa and Rook, and it is not. Did not. Yeah, that's what they called it. Sorry, Dale. Yeah, the non-limited dimensionals is what they were talking about. So Kanisa and Rook eludes us for another week, guys, which means again we have a lot more food, but we are 1. We are 1 copy shy, I believe. So right there we have 2. We have 1. Yep, we're 1 copy shy of Kanisa and Rook. But looking at our furniture, we want to make sure we keep track of this. 1, 2, 3 for Kanisa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already have 6 in there for Taylene. So I want to make sure I don't go over. Yeah, Marco, I think within the next week, we'll probably get a little bit further. But again, looking in here, looking at our builds, Kanisa and Rook, we have Salakai in there, which we're going to build. Mulan is already in there. We have Oberyn in there. Still have a lot of heroes to build out. So after Lucretia, yes, I would go for Alna. Get a copy of the twins, Daniel. If you don't have a copy of the twins, get I would say an Elite Plus copy of the twins. If you don't have any of them, I would go to Alna, and then you'll build up twins a little bit after that one. But yeah, Alna is very, very strong, guys. And a double right there, and it is double Orin. Look at that, guys. A double for the same hero. That takes him from 2 to 4 right there. He's a hero, again, when it comes to 3 teams within the Wilder Tower. He is kind of the damage on the 3rd team. And there is Taylene. So that is 7. I believe that is already 7 for the awakened version of Taylene. She is getting really, really close to being done with the furniture. And look at that, another double. Sonia, and we got Drez in there. Furniture, we are getting very, very lucky with our furniture, guys. 1 card on the table, which would take Taylene to 8 of 9. Let's equip everything we have on here, which, boom, that brings in Orin a lot stronger when it comes to our Wilder Tower. Should be able to make a little bit more progression in there. We have 7 right there. Mulan, still 0 furniture for Mulan, guys. Haven't been getting lucky with pulls for her. Let's see, is it a mythic? No, it is not. Just another regular pull there. So again, the red card we're going to save, because if we get the copy of Taylene, we could take her to 9 of 9. We'll go for Alna. Yes, Alna in this event, guys. If you don't have Alna at Ascended, not having the stars built out, but if you do not have Alna at Ascended to put furniture on her, I would absolutely build her out, guys. Now is Mulan 9 of 9 mandatory? Overall, guys, Mulan's furniture, it'll allow her to do crowd control in the beginning. Is it going to be mandatory? The 3 of 9 will work. Is the cavalry mode, because you do get the attack and you get the defense buffs right here. But this is going to provide crowd control right off of the bat. So she actually gets to do her crowd control right off the bat. So 9 of 9 mandatory. I would say yes, just for the simple fact furniture isn't super difficult to build, just takes a little bit of time. But this is going to make a big difference because of the cavalry mode. She will actually start the battle with her ultimate ability, similar to what we see with Merlin, a couple other heroes. She's immune to damage as well. Damage and control effect, she's immune right off the bat, which is awesome. And then, of course, this is going to give her a considerable amount of damage, and it also is going to provide her some crowd control. What's going on, Slow Junk? Are Mahira and Khazard priority? The big thing, Winnie, with Mahira and Khazard is they don't have to be built out for a lot. So when you look at Mahira, Mahira will work without being built out very, very high. Even if you just had her at Mythic, her ultimate ability will work the same. Mesmerize will work if you have 1 copy. If you have 10 copies, the Mesmerize ability will work. Now, the big thing with Khazard is Khazard, the plus 30 signature item, you have to have him at Mythic. Even if you build this out and he dies at the very beginning, this is still going to have its full effect, even if Khazard is dead, which is the reason now Khazard, we're actually seeing him in a lot of crowd control comps. We're seeing him with Raku. We're seeing him with Leonardo da Vinci. We are seeing him in a lot of crowd control comps because of that duration extension. Even without Mahira, we are still seeing them built. Yeah, Mahira will work even earlier. Lilith goes to make an Awakened Dimensional in the limited. I bet Lilith. Yeah, that's it, Peter. Is they would get sued, guys. I don't think Lilith would make a Dimensional Clab Hero Awakened. Yep, and that's it. They have to. I really don't think a Dimensional should be Awakened already OP. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be the Awakened Dimensional Heroes, guys. My opinion, probably not. I don't see them. 400 coins right there. I wonder if by chance we could get our copy. I'm wondering if we could get the copy. And there's one, what is that, a Superb Stone? Not sure if that's enough for a summon, which it is. Boom, Mishka. I'll take a copy of Mishka, even though it's food. But the Noble Tavern, that gives us 1 more copy or 1 more. It is! Look at that, guys. 500 diamonds. We were so close. That is amazing. We got Kanisa and Rook. There it is, just like that. I wanted to see if we could get that 1 copy. 500 diamonds. That is the streamer's luck. Kind of a payback for how absolutely horrible the disconnects were in this point. Very, very cool to see. There's our copy, guys, even though I don't have maybe enough diamonds to unlock the room. But we got it. We got that copy. That is awesome. With the 400 free diamonds we got out of there. That gives us our Kanisa and Rook. And again, super impressed with the hero. I am really, really impressed with the hero, guys. I want to put the furniture on Kanisa and Rook. Want to continue building them out. It seems like Kanisa and Rook are performing incredibly well, again, within the Hypogen Tower. And as you can see, most all of these are full. So they definitely need to do something at this point. The first 4 towers are completely full at this point. There we go. And I think I have enough diamonds to add Kanisa and Rook in here. So we will continue to build this hero out, guys. I think I have enough again. Maybe enough. Should have enough diamonds. That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome to get that copy, guys. All right. So let's go ahead. Smart selection. We're going to drop him in the bottom like we do with everybody. And there we go, guys. 3 of 9 furniture, just like that. Want to build them up. Now, Kanisa and Rook, of course, we're going to take Kanisa and Rook to 1 star to get the engraving on there. A hero that makes a big difference with the engraving, survivability, things of that nature. But that is very cool. Getting a little bit of furniture on there. That is awesome. Would you recommend building Awakened Heroes to Ascended or Mythic? Got all except Taylene from regular summons. So honestly, going up to Mythic. So Daniel, the big thing is, when you're looking at the Awakened Heroes, guys, if you don't build them to Mythic, if you don't put furniture, if you don't put the engraving, they are missing right now. Not having a hero at Mythic is essentially, even now without having furniture and engraving, Taylene is missing 50% of her skills, guys. Literally, she is missing 50% of the skills. That is the reason why so many players build them out as high as they do, is because you're essentially reducing the effectiveness of the Awakened Hero if you don't build them out, because their skills and abilities come from the Awakened part of them, or from the build that you put in there is how you actually get these heroes built and get their skills built. You're going to be missing half of the skills that the hero possesses. I have all the Celestials from the Challenger store. What hero should I 5-star? I would 5-star. The big one out of the Challenger store, guys, is Zolrath. Big reason for that, Camille, is Zolrath does an incredible amount of damage. Both Zolrath and Athalia are very dependent on stats. That is the reason why I built both of those out. They're very dependent on the stats. Adding stars to them will do incredibly well. Again, because of the stats that they possess. When it comes to Orthos, when it comes to Aziz, they work well without the stats. Their abilities are not stat based. You're not relying on them to do the damage, which is the reason why you want to focus on those two. You want to focus on Zolrath, you want to focus on Athalia, because they're very dependent on the stats. What's the reason for putting everyone in low priority? So the big thing, Noah, is when it comes to the priority, the only thing that is going to be affected with the priority is your legendary furniture. So when you look here, why I put everyone in the low priority, the hero specific furniture will only go on a hero. The only thing it affects is the legendary furniture, which has a very minimal effect on the furniture itself. Even if I move somebody up from the bottom to the top, if it changes a piece of furniture, it's a very small change in stats. So it doesn't make a difference if you put everyone in high priority, if you put them all in low priority. The 9 of 9 furniture regardless, and even everyone in 9 of 9 furniture, the priority doesn't make a difference. If they have 9 of 9, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because they won't have any additional furniture placed on them. So again, it will prioritize the legendary furniture, but the mythic furniture doesn't make a difference. It's really not a big change. I know that's what I was wondering. A lot of speculation out there, Dale. They said a beloved comic book hero is going to be a crossover, which is going to be awesome to see. What is going to be coming next? Yeah, you could leave them all in the middle, just the exact same. We played around with it when we started again. With the furniture, doesn't make a big difference. Who do I stargaze after I have Ulna and Lucretia? Halos. You want to build out Halos, definitely get a copy, like we said earlier. Get a copy of the twins, guys. They're very unique in what they do, but Halos absolutely will do really well. Levels, we're at, what's that, 680, guys? We're approaching up to the 700 level zone, which is going to be very cool. That's a pretty pivotal point as we continue to make more progression in here. So Beast Grounds, Residence, we did the Residence. Now the next move for our Residence specifically is getting the Beast up to level 9. So I have to get the beast up to level 9, and we need, I believe, one more copy in here, or no, 2 more copies to actually get Blade Ridge up to 9, and then we're going to focus on these next 3 up to 9. And then, of course, I'll be able to move everybody up to 9, keeping the Winged Lion right there. So we need Blade Ridge and a couple other guys. Again, these are the 3 that we're going to move up to level 9 next. 800, so hopefully we can do some summons. And again, this takes time, guys. This takes an incredible amount of time. Now, Blade Ridge, again, we need 2 copies of. Hopefully we can pull 2 out of here. There's our Owl. Owl, of course, making a really, really big impact because of his abilities. Final one, just some more resources. We have 1 here. So I'm going to put Blade Ridge in here. There we go. So Blade Ridge, we're going to take him up to 9. There we go. So he's at 9. We can actually train him up a little bit. There we go. So Blade Ridge is done at 9, which means we have him at 9. So I'm going to drop, who do we got? We have Owl in there. We have Talisman. I'm going to put the Rock Lizard in here. I'm actually going to drop out Blade Ridge. We're going to put in the Rock Lizard. Now I'm going to take all 3 of these to level 9 because that'll be 1, 2, and then my last 3 to go to level 9, which will give us 5 to level 9, which is exactly what we need, guys. That'll do 5 to level 9. Moving everyone from 6 to 9 will be awesome to see. Again, just going to take time. It is just going to take time for these to continue moving them up, guys. And again, once I get them all to 9, I'm actually going to take the Winged Lion a little bit higher. He's been kind of the front runner, or she, whatever it is. I think it's a girl, if I remember. But regardless, I'm going to take the Winged Lion probably up to the next level. So I'm going to take the Winged Lion probably up to 18, and then I'll move all of the other ones from level 9 and continue to move up the resonance, moving them from 9 going to 12. Then to 15, then to 18. So just kind of systematically taking your time going through here and building out the pets that we have. Definitely going to take some time. I have a Mythic Daemon as a carry. Should I get him ascended? Yes, absolutely, Mason. Daemon will carry. Daemon is still used in Chapter 45. There's actually still formations. He is still used in a couple different game modes. Works incredibly well. Building him out to ascended, putting a little bit of furniture on him, putting a little bit of, I probably wouldn't go as far as engraving. You could, but he will work incredibly, incredibly well. One of the main reasons she's cheaper to get out of the Challenger store in a couple months of the game. Yeah, she's easier to get. I think you're talking about Flora. Yeah, Flora in the Challenger store. So again, Flora, you're not going to have much of a purpose outside of the Celestial Tower. So when you get here and you're getting out the copies of Flora, or if you're getting copies of Wukong, you're not going to have an incredible amount of use for them outside of their specific tower. This one, of course, we're just continuing like we do all the time. Kanisa and Rook at 29, giving them some more survivability. We'll get them to 30, then we'll focus Mulan to 30, and then we'll start saving again. It's going to be crazy. It's like the Elder Tree. I don't remember players expect. Yeah, and that's it. It takes this game, guys, time intensive. It takes a lot of time. What is your rank in the Rowan event? I believe 1%. I believe I was around maybe. So a couple things with this one, guys. In Rich List, we are top 2%, so doing pretty good. One thing that a lot of players didn't realize in here, and I'm sure a lot of players don't know right now, is the Rich event. It's pretty interesting. So the Rich event, when you do the calculations of the Rich List, it is based on the acquisition of coins, which means that even if you go in, and I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about. So let's say we go into Harmony City where we're at right now. So I'm going to buy all these. I'm going to buy them at Harmony City. I'm going to use 9,000 coins. Using the coins doesn't make a difference. It really doesn't make a difference with the coin that is utilization. And you can see if I sell these back, we're going to be at a loss. But even when I get the loss, so let's go selling price. Let's loot them all. We're going to get 4,500 coins. Now, it is this event, and a lot of players didn't realize this. This is about the acquisition of coins. It doesn't matter if I buy things. It doesn't matter if I sell things and take a loss. It is about the acquisition of coins. So even buying in the same town, selling in the same town, getting 4,500 coins, those 4,500 go to my total accumulation, even though the net was negative for the buying of them, which again, a lot of players didn't realize. So the net, when it comes to overall rich list, I just acquired 4,500 more coins, even though it was at a total loss. You are still acquiring more coins out of there, regardless of where you do it. So if you go to, I didn't mean to go that far back. If you go to different aspects, if you go to different parts of this event, even if you don't have anything to buy, if you're not actually moving the items, like here, if we go and we buy 29 of these sage blueberries, and then we sell all 29 back, you're still going to be getting the net or the net of selling 29 of these at 100. So you're going to get another 2,900 coins, which might not seem like much, but if you're buying them and selling them back and forth, day after day after day after day, is going to make a difference when it comes to, again, buying and selling these out. Even though you're not trading them in different locations and you're literally just taking a loss for them, you are still accumulating more coins than if you didn't do it. So it's kind of, again, kind of an interesting point that a lot of players have kind of said, doesn't really seem. So let's go down here. We go to the orchard. I have 194. So if I buy all of these, batch sell them, I sell them here, I am still netting 1,600 coins, even though it's a loss. For the calculation for the total amount that you're actually acquiring, it is going net positive. So that is kind of that is kind of the cheap way to do it, but yeah, it will still work, guys, if you go to the places and buy. And that's it, Anton. A lot of players, I don't think, realize that is the rich list is based on your total acquired coins. Even if it's a loss, even if it's a buy, even if it's a trade, it is the total acquired coins. So why are selling and buying things, these coins can't be used anywhere? No, and the only thing you get out of this, guys, and I've said this from the beginning, is you get a medal for 60 days, guys. After 60 days, this medal is gone. So it doesn't really make a big difference. Even if you spend a lot of time and effort in here, I know a lot of people are mapping it, spreadsheets, blueprints, whatever it may be, you get a medal for 60 days, which after 60 days, it's gone. And then it as is, this event never existed. Now, the thing you do want to focus on in here is the loot. The loot you get out of here is what you want, guys. You want to finish these quests. You want to get the heirlooms. You want to defeat the enemies. You want to do this in its entirety because you want the loot. The medal, I could give a crap about. Doesn't make a difference in the game, has zero impact. I don't worry about the cosmetics when it comes to games, but when it comes to the resources, that is what you want, guys. That is what you want to build. Yeah, if it was a frame, a little bit different, but because it is just a medal, again, not super impressed with it just being a medal. There's little to no reason to really do it. How much per month is considered whaling? That's kind of relatively Neo. Whaling is whaling, guys. Now there are some players that I would consider whales. A lot of the whales. So I'm thinking old school AFK arena. When a lot of players really went whaling, Neo, you're talking some players are spending $5,000 to $10,000 a month on AFK arena. When you look at a new hero, it's dropped, they buy it, they buy everything, they buy the packs, they buy whatever. Even, you know, the account that Vulcan covers, that's got like 6,000 Stargazer cards. Where, you know, buying those are where a majority of those come from. Even when you look, guys, I'm on VIP level 15. There's players that are 20, there's players that are 25 plus, there's players that are getting into VIP 30 at this point. So, I mean, even spending a couple $100 a month is a pretty small dolphin, even to come or to keep up with what you have going on. Because if you're looking at VIP 25 plus, you're probably talking in the ballpark to $500,000 plus spent on AFK Arena. which is incredibly, incredibly expensive. Now looking here, guys, do we have anyone? 2 days. Epics, much love for you guys, but 2 days is the cutoff for what we do. So unfortunately we do, well, fortunately we have one slot in here. All of our heroes, guys, first come, first serve. Raphael, there's a hero for you. You can see, guys, I borrow my Graveborn hero, which we built up a little bit more, but all of the spots in here, all of everything, except all Kanawo, congratulations, you made it to the list. It is always first come, first serve. Yeah, like I said, it goes beyond VIP 15. Yes, a lot of players don't realize, and I'll show you, Neo, VIP 15, there's 16, there's 17, there's 18. This is where it stops. The VIP levels do not stop. So they, the VIP levels do not stop. Like I said, I believe the highest one that we have seen is VIP 28. I think it was 28. Again, looking at, yeah, it's kind of incredible, but VIP 28, I think, was the highest that I had seen. And I believe Julius was there. I could be wrong. But some players, every now and then, you see it, again, every now and then, making it a crazy, crazy amount. So a new hero drops, they buy it, that's it, they have the hero, it's done. They have the hero, they have it built, you know, at a plus 80 engraving, plus 100 engraving, whatever it is, they have the hero the moment it comes out, and they're done. They have all the heroes again. Makes it kind of crazy. And again, how are you going to compete with that? You're not. You're absolutely not going to be able to compete with that by any means. Having a tough time. Should I get Awakened Soulless to Ascended 1-star or just get the 1 copy? So the big thing, Noah, is with the hero in, like we said before, guys, with the hero like the Awakened version of Soulless, same with the Awakened version of Brutus, they are the really two big ones that have an incredible amount of utility in AFK Arena. You are not going to go wrong building them. Both of them, because of how many places and how many times they're utilized, you cannot go wrong with either of the Awakened heroes. They are the ones that are used, again, in an incredible amount of places. They're the ones that I would advise building up, you know, far beyond the other heroes. And if you're not building them up to that 1-star to put the engraving on there, you're missing 25% of the skills and abilities that Soulless possesses if you don't have them built. How many epic furniture do you think 180K will give me? Well, roughly, I mean, you roughly every 9,000 coins will get you 1 is the guarantee. So, I mean, if you do the math, probably add a RNG factor in there. You'll get quite a bit. You'll get quite a bit if someone runs the math. Yep, 20 random furnitures plus 7 to choose. Alfredus, big shout out to him, guys. Yeah, definitely running the math. You can see AFK Arena is pretty systematic with it. I did the math the other day. There's calculators. Yep, there's a couple calculators out there where literally you can dump in, hey, I have, you know, 8 million or 87,000, wait, 8,721,020. I'm not even reading it right. I'm not even going to bother. 3, 6, so 872,000. So I have 872,000 points. You can put that in there. It'll tell you roughly exactly what it is. And look at that. Yes. Yes is our new subscriber to the channel, guys. Thank you, Yes, for joining me. Actually, let me hop on and we'll do our, I'm going to have to hop in the different stream. Let me do the membership giveaway. I almost forgot about the membership giveaway. Everything going around today with the stream not wanting to work, the internet not wanting to work. Let me hop over here. I'm going to hop in the stream. I'm going to do the giveaway, which I love to do, guys. It is such a very, very cool thing that they allow us to do. We'll do the membership gifting. It'll take a minute just to pop up with that. Maybe Javid will get another hippo. It could be, maybe. All right, what's going on, Sidix? And there is our gifting membership. Let's see who it goes to. I was looking to start playing a new game on my mobile. This one looks interesting, but my question is it worth starting now? Yes. So SideX, the big thing with AFK Arena is being a newer or being new to the game. You actually have an incredible advantage to players that have been playing it for a long time because you don't have to build any of the crap heroes that we have built. So when you go through your wish list, you can prioritize what heroes you want to build specifically, making it a lot easier you know, as a new gamer to AFK Arena, it'll make it 10 times easier because again, you're not building a lot of the heroes you don't need. And it is super, super free to play friendly. And there we go, Noah. Noah got the gifted membership. Congratulations. Again, we like doing that every single time. Takes a minute to pop up. Would you say to build Awaken Solus and then build Brutus, or get one copy of Thane and then build out Brutus? Noah, again, if you build Solus, if you build Brutus, both of them are going to do incredibly, incredibly well, which is the reason why I would build either of those out. Having one copy of Thane can help a little bit when it comes to the Lightbearer Tower, but overall, you're going to level out of it if you're not getting any more, if you're not getting additional copies of him, but it will definitely work. And look at that, guys, another new subscriber. Thank you for subbing to the channel. Guys, we are over 28,000. We are coming up on 29,000 subscribers, which is just absolutely crazy. Show us the Temporal Rift. So Temporal Rift, we got stuck at waiting for a level. So yesterday, we could not progress here. Right there. Next floor will be available in 4 hours, guys. The Temporal Rift right now is locked at level 300, which is where we're stuck, guys. I am focused on still the three main because I have the heroes built, Warrior, Ranger, Support, but the Rift has been locked for actually a couple weeks at this point. Now, when they unlock floor 300, the problem that we're going to find is that is where you get into 4 teams. With Defense Forces, you only have 3 available. So we're going to be stuck making more progression until you hit, I believe it is 17. Number of heroes available to fight, 15, 15, 15, 20. Right there, guys. It is level 17 where you get the ability to put in that 4th team within the Temporal Rift, which means we're going to literally have to sit here and wait for a couple days because we're not going to be able to put that extra team into the Temporal Rift, which is going to be tough. It is going to be tough. You can see here, guys. So the teams that I've been running is, of course, Brutus in one team, Thane in one team, and then Solus in one team are the 3 that I've been running. You can see my 15 teams right here. With the rewinds, with the resets, I went about 150 floors, reset, got the badges out of there, set the teams, went about another 100 floors, did the same, did the reset, went the last 50, and then got stuck where we are here. No, Angus, you have to wait till you get to the point of, you have to get to the point of the waiting. I believe there's like 52 days left, I think it was. It is going to take a while before you can actually do the exchange for Mulan. Again, it's by design, guys. Every single dimensional hero that they've released has been kind of the waiting game at this point to actually build them. I don't know why they don't let you exchange or things of that nature, but it takes a long, long time, guys. And I was trying to think, I'm going to have to refer back to my info on who we were building next for my engraving, but I thought I had a hero at 59, but I might have finished her out. I think that was Taylene. But Kanisa and Rook is going to need the engraving. Taylene is going to need the engraving. Mulan, we've been doing a little bit of the engraving. We still have so many heroes. Halos or Audrey, I would go with Halos in there. Absolutely. Yeah, Temporal Rift, we're stuck at 300. Please give us 2 memberships just this time after 100 days. I'm returning. Oh, Javid wants some more memberships, guys. You know what, Javid, for all the love and support that he gives me for my channel, most of you know he is a moderator. We'll try it one more time with our membership gifting. And this is on the behalf of Javid. There we go, Javid. I hope it is going to be you. The memberships are coming. There we go. So let's see if we can get Javid in this one. Thank you so much for the help in the membership. Oh, you're welcome, Noah. So let's see. There we go, guys. Animatronic, thanks for joining us. Picked it up. Javid! Oh, did it say Javid? Oh, I think it said Javid. Was gifted a membership. Yes, we got Javid in there. There we go, guys. So Javid got his membership. His hippo is back, just like Jordan and Noah. It did get to Javid, guys. We have 120 something viewers in here, so it goes randomly. I cannot assign the memberships on who they go to. So it did pick up Javid, which is awesome. It was gifted a membership, which is Very, very cool to see, guys, with the memberships. And who else? We got Animatronic, Nicholas, Camille, Mason, and Javid. Congratulations to you guys. Again, I love the fact that they added this, that we can actually gift memberships to my viewers. It is such a very, very cool thing to do. And look, Javid has his little hippo. I believe that's already 3 to Javid. You can see Peter has the little burgundy hippo. Javid actually has the bronze hippo. So the 3-month bronze hippo, it actually changes with time. Sono Rez and a couple other players actually have the golden hippo that we have in here. Is Oden worth engraving? Absolutely, guys. Oden is a hero. The more that you build out Oden, the stronger he gets, the better he is going to perform, guys. He does a ton of damage, and he scales. He scales really, really high. He scales really fast. The better you have him built out, especially right here, guys. Attack rating goes up faster. Haste goes up faster. Absolutely. Oden is a big, big one to go ahead and engrave. He is really, really solid. So guys, that'll do it for today's live stream. I apologize a little bit for earlier for the, I don't know what was going on with the internet, but look at that, guys. That is 3 new subs on the stream, which is awesome. Who has the lowest level replays on chapter 45? So the big thing in here, guys, is when you look at any of these, look at the formations. Look at the formations. Look what is available. Look at what is around your level. For instance, right here, 591 on this level. I'm at 680. I will actually go down, and there's Trisha, there's Quan, a couple of players in here. There's 633. I scroll down till I find a player roughly at my level, which of course that was me, 676 when we got through there. But I will scroll down till I find a player roughly around my level. That is the formation that I'll look to actually use in here, because I know we're roughly on the same level, the same scale when we go ahead and do this. How much should I engrave Oden? Plus 60. Plus 60, absolutely. So again, guys, all right, that'll do it for today's live stream, guys. Thank you guys for joining me, all the new members, all the new subscribers to the channel. Again, we are coming up on 29,000 at this point, which is absolutely incredible. So have a good Sunday, guys. I am off to do some shopping. And as always, thank you guys for watching.